Biden. More than half the women in my administration are women. Sounds about right. What an international embarrassment.
More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half the women in my administration are women. The women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half of the women in my administration are women.
That was the shadiest clap in U.S. history. It's like she's trying to imagine smashing his face between her hands.
Good.
President Donald Trump appears to ignore House Speaker Nancy Pelosi as she tries to shake his hand before the State of the Union address. President Biden awkwardly walks off MSNBC set while he's still on air.
Your bills, but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you. It's
Thank
great
you.
to have you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis.
President Biden appears to get lost while leaving the stage at UN Assembly. This is really sad. With that posture, he appears to be completely confused. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who am I? Where's Corn Pop?
Mr. President, thank you.
Trump makes crowd laugh by doing mocking impressions of Biden trying to get off stage. If people can't tell the difference between this guy's cognitive abilities and President Joe's, they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Then I walked back. I'm looking and I walk. What? Where? And he walks off the stage and he's like. So he finishes his thing. So I'm in.
Obama calls Biden vice president on return to the White House. I would not have expected this joke because these people like to be fully respected. However, I think it's a reference to Obama being back at home and for a moment going back in his mind to the presidency.
Thank you. Vice President Biden, Vice President. That was a joke. That was all set up. My president, Joe Biden.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I guess that we will never find out the word that Biden believes defines America.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping, traveling with him. We traveled 17,000 miles when I was vice president. I don't know that for a fact. And
if there is a wall in front of you, go through it, says Trump in 2004 speech.
Never, ever give up. Don't give up. Don't allow it to happen. If there's a concrete wall in front of you, go through it, go over it, go around it, but get to the other side of that wall.
Donald Trump narrowly escapes being attacked by a bald eagle during Time magazine shoot.
You don't show the aspirin over there.
His aspirin.
You gotta go fast here.
Yeah.
Put your hand out of the glove.
Joe Biden trips upstairs and mumbles through speech in latest gaffe from U.S. President. The mistake in George W.'s speech. Bush. George Bush bungles speech condemning Putin invasion with Iraq reference.
To launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq. of Ukraine. Iraq, too. Anyway. 75.
Sky News host James Morrow says managing President Biden is like handling a toddler in a mall, highlighting the challenges his minders face due to his tendency to wander off. President Biden looks confused, almost tumbles downstairs at G7 summit. Moments. Jokowi saves tripping Biden on Bali mangrove tour. Biden trips and falls during graduation ceremony, recovers quickly. Donald Trump said he hoped President Biden wasn't hurt after he tripped and fell after handing out the last diploma at a graduation ceremony at the U.S. Air Force Academy.
He just fell on what stage? He's at the Air Force Academy. He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. I hope he wasn't hurt. But it's the whole thing is, look, the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that because you don't want that.
The President of the United States, Joe Biden, is frozen in a strange position on the set of the American news channel CNN.
About that, with just in terms of inflation, because you had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talked to like 67 financial experts who said that they saw high inflation going all the way or deep into 2022.
Trump criticized for inappropriate embrace of Ivanka at RNC. Melania Trump slaps at Donald Trump's hand. Did Melania Trump swat president's hand away in Israel? President Trump catches First Lady Melania as she stumbles. Joe Biden awkwardly stumbles into pole and doesn't shake President Lula's hand.
Republic of Brazil, accompanied by the Director General of the International Labor Organization.
In a sweet show of friendship, George W. Bush appears to sneak Michelle Obama a piece of candy at the state funeral for his father, George H.W. Bush. Former President George W. Bush didn't seem to like the rain, and he struggled with a plastic sheet as he attempted to cover himself up. U.S. President George W. Bush massages German Chancellor Angela Merkel's shoulders. She looks very surprised. During a press conference, President George W. Bush emphatically references his visit to Africa. He wanted to emphasize that he could finally pronounce the name of a foreign country correctly. That was his victory lap.
It's the first time we've been back
to Texas since our trip to Africa, and you may recall we went through a park in Botswana.
Watch this awkward moment as the Iraqi PM Haider al-Abadi tries to get Obama's attention, only for the president to be unaware of his presence.
Christine knows Chicago well because she was one of the top
Obama's car gets stuck at U.S. Embassy. It might be bulletproof, it might be missile-proof, but a teeny-weeny curb has defeated the presidential car.
That's for YouTube if ever. Oh my God.
Vice President Joe Biden and Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton shared an awkward embrace Monday after Biden descended from a plane that had just touched down in Pennsylvania. The hug lasted about 16 seconds. This isn't the first time Biden's affection has raised eyebrows. In February 2015, he made headlines after he put his hands on the shoulders of Stephanie Carter, wife of Defense Secretary Ash Carter, and whispered in her ear.
Hands-on treatment from the vice president.
Oh my Oh my God.
I guess it all depends on your
Biden was climbing up the stairs of the presidential aircraft to depart for Atlanta when he stumbled over 3 times. Did you enjoy the video? Did any of the clips make you laugh? Let us know in the comments and take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Until next time.